Error. That person too, you never get them, you never understand them. They're AI everywhere. I hear AI. Let's stop, right? This series is going to be around AI and how AI proof are you in your place of work and with your skills. Hi, welcome to SeunBD's Corner, and this is 2145 series where we get to talk about AI, real life, Bible, faith, and how we can apply it to our daily life. One of the key and the core pillars of the 2145 series is just to be clear on the fact that your spiritual life and your faith is not different from how you produce and the works of your hands daily. And it's very important that we understand, whether as faith believers, that there is definitely a need to make sure that we are showing up and we're showing up with excellence. On this edition and on this, for the next few weeks, we're going to be talking about AI, the use of AI. Recently, I stumbled on the statistics, and I've actually noticed that by the virtue of my work and the interaction that I get to do with a number of professionals, whether above 40s, in their late 30s, or even the young ones as well, and a number of senior people, because of course I'm also senior myself. And there is that burning concern of the fact that a lot of people have access to the AI tools but are not using it effectively, or according to their deliverables, or according to what the business requires them to do. What you find out is people are using it for the mundane things meaning, oh, proofread this email, proofread this text message. Oh, someone sent me a message, how should I reply? Oh, read this message and tell me the mood the person was when they were typing it. Really mundane stuff, right? It's good, it's okay, but that's not the kind of cost that any business would want to generate. Businesses have invested so much in AI whereby they expect people to be able to use it strategically. Now, I don't think it's one of both words, right? Because again, this is an introduction, and it's one of both words, because I also think that a lot of people too have not been trained enough. When the AI craze came, allow me to use that word, when it came, everybody just went into it. Oh, I can use it. Oh, because I'm just telling it to give me the weather forecast, it means that I'm using it. Or because I'm using it as an assistant, it means that I'm using it effectively. Meanwhile, businesses were coughing out thousands and billions of funds and expenses in making sure that all their staff were AI equipped or had access to AI. So, now notice that what businesses are doing is they're either a number of companies, I just want to call them because again, I don't have a verification, but I've read it allegedly. A lot of businesses have actually taken off their AI tools, retracted it back from a number of departments. A number of organizations are now only giving it to a certain level of people, of senior managers and senior executive access to AI. But I laughed when I read that, because it's very funny, because most of these even senior people are still struggling on how to use it. So a lot of them just know, oh yeah, AI, and they just pass on the work to maybe their Gen Z or a younger person or their intern, because that person is just supposed to understand how to use AI. Error. That person too, you never get them, you never understand them. They're still using it for AI. Give me the 2%. What's 2% of 2 million? What's 10% of 5 million? Like, you're getting AI to do things that your calculator app should be doing. So what we're going to be talking about over the next 4 weeks or 5 weeks, I mean, it's so much to unpack there, is we're going to be talking about how to actually start using AI effectively. Because you have ChatGPT or you put 1 or 2 prompts in it, does not necessarily mean that you are AI expert. I'm not even an expert. Like, I was watching a class that I had paid for limited access to join today, and I was just like, I am still playing. And I also read a research by Google that says that Nigeria is still 72 on the list of 195. I mean, at least we still try, we're still under 100, but imagine, and we're still not there yet. Now, and this is again because everyone just assumed that, oh, because I use chat, that I'm using AI. And then, when you actually see how they're interacting with the actual AI, or the prompts they're using, or what they're even using it for, you're like, that's not how to use AI effectively. Now, we are going to be talking about the different ways to use AI. We're definitely going to go into prompt engineering, because there's no way you can know how to use AI without getting into prompt engineering. Prompt engineering is something that everyone needs to learn. And it also depends on the level that you are at work and the capacity and the deliverables is expected from you. You can, if you're using AI to read emails only, I'm not sure what you're doing. If you're using AI to create your slides that you cannot even edit, and then you just now do slides, there's typo all over it, it is obvious that AI created the slides and you definitely did not type anything into it. That is not excellent. That is not diligent, because most of the things that we see people doing now is getting AI, just putting a random, basic, generic prompt into it and asking AI to build you slides. And what AI is doing is, because that AI tool that you're using is probably an assistant tool, you've not maybe upgraded it to be able to give you edits. So you've just, oh God, it's a lot to pack. It's a lot to unpack. You have just put the prompt into it and told it to give you slides. You can't even edit the slides. Like I did a post on my LinkedIn where I said, same prompt, different AI tools. One of the AI tools gave me all manner of jargons and typos all over. The other AI tool, perfect, clean, clear, the words were correct. Now there's the same AI tool. In fact, I was even shocked at the time. Now if you don't understand how to actually use AI, you're going to run into the fact that you don't even know the right one to use. You might be using the wrong AI for the wrong purpose. You might be using, you need to use at least 2 to 3 different ones even verify an idea. As we're still in an intro phase, allow me to share as well. I was mentioning this also to someone. We're talking about AI as well, and I was like, look, what prompts? Because it was posted like, oh, I put that report and then yes, and it didn't really tell me what I wanted. I'm like, yes, AI might not be able to give you on the ground right now details or data. It might not be able to give you, call it primary research, secondary research. It will only give you secondary research based on what people have put into, just like Google Maps, based on what people have put into it. So if you put your location on Google Maps, you're able to let us know that this person's location looks like there's heavy traffic because clearly they are not moving, right? So it will be able to tell you like secondary, but like right now, AI cannot tell you your budget. It's your finance department that will tell you your budget, right? AI cannot tell you the reason why your sales has gone down. It can tell you the reason why your sales has gone down based on maybe a consumer behavior, a consumer trend, but it cannot definitely tell you why the reason why your sales has gone down is because 2 of your salespeople called in sick last quarter. That's something that you would know, except maybe again you have gotten to the level where you're automating your AI, and that is like next level. I know for a fact, agents building in of AI in Nigeria is still not a thing yet. What's it called? Automation for AI, just a few people are still doing it yet, because some people are still a bit conscious of, oh, why do I want to give AI access to my tool and all of that. So over the next couple of weeks, I'm going to be talking about it, even from just because, again, I'm a big believer of your personal life is not always too far from how you show up at work. So if you start using AI for things at work, it gets easier to start actually using it for things at home in your personal life. It gets easier for you to start using AI at work as well. But we're definitely going to cover prompt engineering. We're definitely going to cover basic acceptance of it, right? We also, I'm not here to recommend any AI tool. That's not it. Because even me, I get confused by a number of them. And all of this AI is a bit of try and error. Like you have to keep finding it and fine tuning it and training. That's why you have to train you don't create an account with your AI and you're just using it because you don't want to sign in, because you think, I don't want to pay. It's okay if you don't want to pay. Not really okay, but if you're not able to afford it, because Nigeria, Lagos, the streets are not smiling, and that's okay, right? If it's okay if you don't want to pay it and you just want to be on it, but you have to sign up, you have to sign in, so that your AI can almost like, because they have memories. Someone like me, if I don't write, I don't remember. Like, and that's what AI is there for. AI will remember what, the different things that you're talking about. So if you're still someone that is still using AI on web, on their phone, and because they said AI is coming, they said we should not, you're not using the best of your AI as well. Your AI is not only there to read emails, your AI is not only there to say, what should I reply to this message? Your friends from years and whatever are sending you a message, and you guys are using AI to write it. That thing is still blowing my mind. I don't know how we got there, but like AI, how is AI typing a message that you're sending to a friend? But clearly, that's how people understand how to use AI. So I'll leave that there. So AI is more, because if your business finds out that you're not using it effectively as you should, based on the amount of money that they are investing into it, there's going to be a problem. I think it was a recent call out as well from one of the top four consulting, big four rather, where the guy said, the people that are not skilled with AI are, they are the ones that are going to lose their job. Like I said, once you're over 30, that's what I heard. I don't know about it, because I'm still 24, right? Okay, amen, right. I heard that once people are over 30 and 35, a lot of you just try to run away from it, and then you now assume that because you're using it you're saying do a slide that talks about. That's not how you use AI. Nah, that's not we use AI. We're going to talk about the basic stuff as well, and then of course the more in-depth stuff might just have to be on a one-on-one basis, because again, depending on your level at work, on the deliverables that you're tasked with, your level of, instead of strategic stuff, how impactful should they be, how in detail should they be, your usage of AI will be different from how an intern will use it as well. So how do you I hope you never lose your job, touch wood. I hope that your job is safe, but again, because you're whisked on AI doesn't necessarily mean that you may not get affected. However, as looking on people team, I've gone for plenty interviews and it's AI that is interviewing me. I'm just starting to get here. So the first two, after you send your CV, the second time they're going to call you around. It's an AI platform that you are dealing with, that you are conversing with. So if you're not AI ready and AI confident, and know the right word to use, and know how to look at your camera, like how I'm doing, and know how to comport yourself and all of that, the world is changing. Because again, all of those time that people will use to put HR people to shortlist and all of that, they are handing it over to AI agents that are just HR built and developed around. So you need to be comfortable with your knowledge on AI. You might just think, no, it's too much, I don't even know which one is. They said one creates music, they said one creates this, one creates that. It's fine. It might look like it's a lot, which, yes, it was a big change for a lot of people to move from the hello, how are you type of phones to BlackBerry to the other type of phone. So it is here to stay, and it looks like it's actually going to be here for a while. So the earlier the better you start using it for your everyday life. So I always encourage you have to the time you spend on, sorry to say, I know this is even on Instagram, so you probably would have not seen this if you're not on Instagram. The time you spend doom scrolling, right? You can actually just start to speak to interact with your AI. Get your CV up, update your CV, download your LinkedIn profile, put it on an AI tool, give it a prompt. We'll talk about prompts next week. I don't even think we should start talking about prompts yet. Maybe we actually should, because prompt is a game changer. And then prompts there are different levels of prompt, because again, I know that a lot of people tell you, use this prompt is certain. Look, I always say, nobody is going to have been cooking prompts for hours or for days and just be dashing them out free. And that's because I sit with prompts as well. I get the free ones, and I want something, and you have to keep tweaking. You have to keep tweaking the prompt until you get a particular style that one would not even look like everyone else. And there are specific ways that you have to control those prompts. So do you even know the right prompts to use? Are you just using create slides that talks about children in Nigeria? Meanwhile, you're in Ado Ekiti. It's a bit of a jump, right? So there's something called prompt engineering. Prompt engineering is the key. is the best thing. But the first thing is even to embrace the AI, figure out the AI that works for you, that is easier for you. If you don't pay for any one of them, you cannot enjoy AI if you don't pay for a pro access or an advanced access, whether it is ChatGPT or I don't know how to pronounce that, whether it is Chat or it's Gemini or it's Cloud, whichever one it is. You can, I believe that you can also, even you and a friend can come together, pay the monthly fee, and then just have one email that, you know, the both of you can both use, that is not anybody's personal one, and then you can split it that way. If you think that it's a lot of people do that, so it's not, I mean, right? So Canva, how do you use Canva? Canva now as an AI, how are you using that Canva AI for design? How are you being, like someone like me now, how do I use my AI? So when I still write, I have to write. If I don't write this, I'm going to be sick. So when I'm even thinking of ideas, or I'm thinking of, or I'm going for a session and I need to talk, I still need my A4 paper in a landscape and my pen, and I'm just drafting out, like I'm just scribbling. Then I take a picture of that scribble and I put it on AI, and I asked it to extract, like it's a tool, and it's a tool that you have to understand. Then I asked it to extract, and then when I get to extract, I'm like, okay, then now go and do research. I give it a prompt, then we now come back, we marry it together, I take back the result it gives me, I go to another AI tool, because that AI tool that I use for that particular result is good with research, but that's not the AI that is going to help me to create, right? Or even give me the prompts that will help me create madder slides, right? So you have to be familiar with it. So you can start today after watching this episode. Maybe first thing you have to do is go and update your CV. Download your CV, download your LinkedIn profile, save it as PDF. I hope you also just try and do maybe those 1 month free, 14 days free trial on any of the, let's try it together. Like, try to start getting used to it. And I do hope you know that if you're using your organization's AI for whatever that you shouldn't be using it, somebody in your IT department can actually ask for an history. So if you're going to go and be using your works AI to be looking for a job somewhere else, yeah, they're going to come for you. Yes, they are coming for you. So it is something that you definitely need to do. So your CV, your LinkedIn profile, download it, put it on AI too, and just say, give it a prompt. The prompt, which is this is the prompt that you should do, and I'll try and be as slow as I can be here. It is act, or not even act, as a experienced talent hunter of over 20 years with success recruitment in Africa for multinationals that have offices in Nigeria, in West Africa. Assess my CV and LinkedIn profile based on the keywords used and the descriptions of my achievements. Give me your feedback or recommendation on how to position myself for, in brackets, whatever role it is that you're gunning for the next 2 years. Whatever role it is that you're gunning for the next 2 years. Full stop. Then you say, also, based on the World Economic Forum insights of the future of work, can you do a skills gap analysis for me on how to be able to get into this role of, in brackets, whatever it is, in the next 1 year? That is a free prompt. That prompt, I got it, and trust me, nobody did it for me. It took me a while to get there. This is a prompt that I kept tweaking. I first of all did the inside, then I was like, okay, what should I say? It gave me the first result, and I kept changing and tweaking and tweaking and tweaking. And of course, of the different classes that I've attended and sessions, I've been able to come out here. So that's the first thing that we need to do. Secondly, what I also need you to do as well is take any of the AI tool that you have on your phone and ask it to give you a brag sheet, because a lot of professionals do not have a brag sheet. Upload your CV again and say, this is my CV. I would like to make sure that I'm capturing all of my effects and scorecard and achievements in my current role. Give me a simple brag sheet template that would ensure that I capture all of the next achievement for the rest of 2026. It will not be perfect because you've never used it. It's going to take a lot of tweaking. And I do hope that you're able to make it next week so that we can talk more about this. AI is not something that is so ambiguous. It's an elephant in the room. But the more you embrace it, the better you get at it. The more you use it, the better you get at it as well. Like I said, it's not only for emails, it's not only for text messages, it's not only for broadcast messages, it's for way more. And it's not also alone for just creating that particular that particular chat flyer that looks the same, the template looks the same, the format looks the same. It is because everybody is using the same prompt. You have to find a unique prompt for yourself. So I hope this was helpful. Once again, welcome to this series of AI in your mid career levels. I don't want to put age to it, but your mid careers level. If anything you're working away with, please let me know. If you're someone that again thought you're an AI expert and instead you just use AI for the mundane things, allow me to use that word, for the mundane things. Maybe it's just you're using to do content writing. Give me copy to talk about how my weekend went. No, you're not using AI well. You're still scratching the surface. You're still playing. People have gone. People have gone. Some of us have left you, and then again, some people are even more ahead as well. So we're going to be covering on how to use AI safely, how to use it and embrace it more as a tool, how to include it into almost like your everyday reading as well, how to use it as a study guide, how to also use it as a very strong tool that would help you to shine at work, that will help to make sure that you are productive and you save time, right? You still need to do some work off your AI tool and offline and go on ground. Like maybe you need to get surveys, you need to get reports, you need to get numbers, but then AI should be able to create an analysis for you. There are prompts that you have to give AI to be able to create analysis for you, to tell you what the trends are, to give you a projection. And the projection is never final because again, next month can come now, they can say there is no petrol, or petrol is now 3,000 per liter, and then any prediction that you and AI created might not be right. So you have to also make sure that you understand the reason why it is a tool and you are still the one in charge of it. All right, I hope this was helpful. Thanks very much for joining, and I do hope to see you next week Wednesday at 21:45. And we continue to demystify AI and how to actually use it. Like I said, I am an AI user. I'm not proficient, not at advanced level, but again, because I don't think anyone is ever going to be at an advanced level in my opinion. And the reason is because AI is evolving every day. The same AI that was launched last year or last month or last week is not the same that we're working with right now. Why? Because it's constantly evolving. So you're never going to find someone that is at the peak, gets it already, is already an AI expert. No. AI is updating, the softwares are updating, the messages, the languages, the formation, the capacity, the features, the structures are changing. So whatever you thought you knew last year about AI or last week about AI is constantly changing. So I won't say I'm an expert proficient user, but I use it every day. I use it for my business. Like I said, because I scribble a lot, so I would write out first. Once I write out first, like I said, I'll then take a picture, put it on AI and ask it to extract the text from what I've written and tell it what it was that I was trying to achieve or what I was trying to create. Then AI has a way of fine-tuning it and putting it all together to actually make sense. All right. Thank you very much, everyone, for attending. This was great, sweet, short, and simple. Love it. We're gonna have to maybe keep it this way as well. And yes, please, when you're coming next week, bring a friend and just let me know what other things would you like me to address about AI? What are your fears? What are your concerns? Be honest. You can just send me a DM and let me know, or you can just put somewhere in the comment section as well, and I'll be sure to get to it. Thank you very much, everyone. Have a good evening. Bye.